Real quick, I just want to say I think it's corny as fuck. These people who are like roasting the AOE bros. Oh my god, like I think it's corny as fuck. Like honestly, I'm being so dead ass serious. I think it's the corniest shit in the fucking world. Here are people who, first of all, first and foremost, let's get this fucking straight. Let's get this fucking straight. If there is no AoE, then I don't really think it's something that AoE bros, something that myself missed the mark on, right? Because we do have Falco saying some weird shit. We do have changes to the anime, right? And I'm talking about like legit shit that's like, why is this changed? First and foremost, irrefutable being the Falco additions. That makes no goddamn sense whatsoever in the scheme of the story, like in the manga or in the anime itself, if there's not AoE. So what has happened, if AoE doesn't happen, is that, Isayama was literally just pulling rabbits out of hats and like just doing bullshit for bullshit's sake, right? There is shit that does not make sense in this story and can only make sense in this story if there were to be AoE. That is the logical thing to think. So to clown on AoE people and to think they're delusional or stupid or whatever, it's like, grow the fuck up. You're stupid. Like, bro, come on. It's cheesy. In my opinion, it's cheesy as fuck. You're a cornball. Now, that's not me saying you can say, oh, I told you he wouldn't pull it off. I told you he couldn't pull it off. I told you he didn't have the writing ability to pull it off. But in my humble opinion, I do think AoE, if AoE's coming, it's coming next year. In some AOT alternative, right? That's what I think. But, who knows? Because he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to do AoE. His story doesn't have to end making sense. It's all, the ball's in his court. And so if he wanted it to, make sense, and if he wanted it to be all these things, if he wanted to capture the same essence that what's-his-name captured in Love, then he would do AoE. So what I'm saying is it's a logical conclusion that there would be an AoE, considering the fact that after the series ends, he's like, oh, by the way, reminder, I was heavily inspired by Love, right? Something infamous for having its two endings, one shit ending where, 139 basically happens, and then one fucking amazing ending where the story logically concludes, right? And so, yeah, I just wanted to come on here quickly and say that I think you're a fucking cornball. I think you're, I don't respect, and nor do I like or condone the clowning of AoE people, because it does actually makes logical sense for there to be an AoE, but, it doesn't necessarily mean Isayama has to do it, or has to do it this year, or will, right? Or will do it at all, since the ending was, well, I guess people are saying that the ending was loved and adored in Japan. Oh, everyone loves it. Oh. Or since people are saying, oh, the people who could afford and, flew out to his fan meets, his various fan meets, said they loved the ending. So clearly the ending is beloved. No, the ending is universally controversial, bro. Like, stop playing. Like, be for real. There is honest logic behind AoE. And some of the people who want to clown on the AoE bros believed in AoE at some point themselves. So you have no room to talk. You have no room to talk. Like, come on, bro. And so I'm just saying this before we get this influx of whatever the fuck that I feel it coming. I feel it, right? But, hey, it's true, the story isn't over yet, and if this next core ends on some sort of, shit that we've seen in the manga already, that doesn't necessarily mean that a potential AoE wouldn't be coming in the core 2. It doesn't mean that, right? It just means that the manga's being followed until perhaps maybe the last minute. Right? We don't know the divergence point. AoE bros don't know for sure, for certain, the divergence point, right? As Isayama or whatever Mappa or whoever said, there are no spoilers, right? There's so much reason to believe that an AOE is coming. Just look at Tenza's what does he have again? Twitter. Look at Tenza's Twitter. You got people, you got the actors and the voice actors and the sound director and fucking people involved just saying all of this sus shit, like about, oh, discuss maybe if there's gonna be a different ending. Ha ha ha. Oh, different, don't say nothing weird. Huh. You know, laughing about it and shit. Come on, bro. It makes sense for there to be an AOE. It makes sense. It's not this delusional fucking thing that you think you're so funny for clowning on. Oh, they were wrong. Ah! Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut up. So it's a thing, you know, it's fine to be like, oh, I fucking knew it. I told you guys. I knew it. Alright, there we go. But I swear to fucking God, like, in my opinion, there's nothing really clownable here. The only thing that's clownable is Isayama himself for adding shit like the Falco scene only to end the shit in the same way and have that shit just make no sense whatsoever. So, in my opinion, I have more respect for the hardcore 100% AOE believers because they're looking at something critically, right? Because, you know, what else is that Falco scene? In my opinion, I have more respect for them than people who are like, fuck you, you're stupid, you're delusional for believing it. And it's one thing, you know, it's another thing to be like, oh, I didn't trust Isayama, like, I didn't trust his writing ability anymore. That's why I didn't believe in AOE. That's why, you know, I told you so. He wouldn't do it, he's not doing it, whatever. And it's a complete other thing to be like, no, I knew there wouldn't be AOE because, you know, he ended it like he wanted to, and fuck you, and you're stupid, and you're delusional, and whatever. Especially MFs who used to believe in AOE, right? First of all, I just don't like it. Like, I just don't like it. I don't like it. Like, Isayama, at a point, was highly revered for his abilities. He was revered for his ability, his writing ability. And I still think that author's in there somewhere, you know? If everything else is delusion and whatever, like, all the flowers, all the symbolism, all of that shit, if all of that is delusion, there's one irrefutable thing, and that is the Falco scene. So if anyone's the idiot here, it's Isayama. You're attacking the wrong person, in my opinion. You're attacking the wrong people. Because if this wasn't intentional, then what the fuck is the Falco scene? Like, it makes no sense. And like I've said before, to me it makes more sense for him to be adding shit. It makes more sense to believe that he's adding shit to the anime to prepare for this anime original ending, right? Than it does to believe that he's just adding shit, such as the Falco scene, just for shits and giggles, just for what? I don't know, man. Y'all do what you want. I'm just telling you what I think about it. Like, don't be a cornball. Don't be cheesy, bro. Bye!